Hey friends, welcome to CashOverflow channel. Today we have Gaurav Gurbaxani with us, who is running SEO digital marketing agency in India, and he started his venture in 2003. Actually, not 2003. So his journey started in 2003, and let's see how he get into this SEO business and how he prepared, how he's growing his SEO agency business. Hey Gaurav, welcome to CashOverflow.
Hey Pardeep, thank you so much for having me. Really excited to be talking to you and looking forward to taking
Yeah, we
stuff.
are also excited to learn SEO things from you. So not exactly SEO things, but how to scale up SEO agency if someone wants to do that kind of business in India. So you said that your journey started in 2003. So what exactly was that point? What you were doing at that time?
So I would think that 2003 was the year I decided to become an entrepreneur.
Hmm.
Uh, Before that, I did have a job like everybody else. I was working in a really very cool company called Direct Eye, which today is a billion dollar company. So I really think I had the good fortune of working with some awesome people and looking at them as inspired to start my own business. And my background actually was in hotel management. I was as good as a waiter in a five-star hotel for a couple of months. And my only job was to like open the door and shut the door, open the door and shut the door. So I knew that this was not something that I would enjoy and not something that I would want to do. So that's when the internet was the ideal place for self-study. And while I had my job, I was just researching out of pure passion, just out of pure passion, like how does one actually make a living on the internet? And it sounds very scammy now, but one of the words that I did put in is make money online. Like any good digital marketers, like make money online. And why not?
I get more than 10,000 traffic on this keyword on my website.
Wow. Wow. Brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, so lots to learn about you. And I've always like looked at you as a massive influencer in the digital space, especially because of SEO. And I say that because I always see cash overflow ranking for some super competitive words. And that can only happen if you really do know SEO, if you're doing it. So awesome on that. And thanks for having me over.
Yeah.
So
So Gaurav, then you started SEO in between somewhere. So how that happened?
So 2003, I decided to start my own business, and I convinced my dad to start a business with me because I
Hmm.
knew I would want his expertise. He's been in business for a long time. He's got connections, and it's scary to just start your business on your own.
That was
So
offline business.
that was a digital marketing agency.
Okay.
How we conceived an agency, but actually it was more me being a freelancer and going and talking to my dad's friends, saying
Hmm.
like, "Do you want a website?"
Okay.
Some would say yes, some would say no. People would say no because in 2003, they still hadn't really seen like what's happening today. So, but a lot of businesses, like forward-thinking businesses, they said, "Okay, do our website." That was the first job that we got, and I really liked that job because for websites you could charge like 50,000, 60, 70,000 bucks, and that one single client could help pay for my first employee. It could help pay for my first computer, and it would give me one entire month to do something. So and that's how it started. Month one, we got one client website, instantly looking for a new business. By the time we finish his website, we are like, now you need SEO. Otherwise no one's going to find you. Okay, how much? 10,000 rupees a month recurring, and that's how we started offering all services, not only SEO, web design, SEO, PPC, analytics, email marketing, content, because it kind of flows together. When we really became an SEO agency was when we went online, where we
Hmm.
started using these platforms like Elance. And on these platforms, you need to be an expert in one thing. If you try to do everything, then you're going to get different reviews.
And
Even
you won't get much clients because they will not be able to resonate. So that's
Oh, honestly, I have like mixed feelings about that because initially we went really wide. We would take anyone who would give us business, whether it was a website design, whether it was the AdWords, and every job we took on this platform, we made sure that the client was happy, and they left a positive rating on our review page. So then that became our sales tool. We said, yeah, look at that. We've already done this project. We've done this project. So we never went too specific until we got one client, and that client became like our biggest client. He himself had 3,000 websites
Hmm.
to do SEO for. And imagine that, like one client, 3,000 websites. Typically, we were doing what, 5, 10, in a really good month, 20 websites. And from 20 to go to like 3,000 is madness. But that was the thrill of the internet.
Yeah.
Uh, we were young, like I had a very awesome team, everyone between like 18 to 23, 24 years old. I was the oldest, 23 back then. And people were willing to do whatever it took, whether it's staying late, whether it's there was a lot of energy. So we went one day, like on an average, our month was about $5,000 a month in recurring revenue. Every month we would do like 4,000, 5,000. You know how it is on these platforms. Not necessarily is going to be consistent, but between $4,000 to $5,000 we are doing consistently. Now the day this review went viral, we just blew up. We went from a $5,000 a month agency to a $50,000 a month
Dollar.
recurring agency.
Okay.
And this was, see, like there's no such thing as overnight success, but this was overnight craziness.
Yeah.
From just going from like 1 to 1 to 1 to, which you're comfortable with, 10x the amount. And that was like the best. I still think that was the best day we ever experienced. Is
How did you deliver that much of work? I mean, being an agency, it's not just, I mean, getting the work, it's also about delivering that work.
Yeah. So I must mention that I did mention we had a 95, 96% positive rating. And we had kind of figured out how to deliver, and we had learned how to figure out how to communicate with customers really well. We set the expectations. We told them that this date, this time, and we will deliver on this date at this time. And we had like our communication channels very open. We were using Zendesk. I think we had live chat also back in the day, where people could always talk to us. And that was one aspect of it. The second aspect was something that we learned. I think we learned really well from US clients, is how to systemize and McDonaldize your process. By that I mean, this is SEO. You need to do 5 of these backlinks, 10 of these, and 3 articles every month. If you do that consistently for 3 months, you will see results.
Hmm.
So there was not like too much room for error where we were telling the client, oh, we'll do this and we'll do that and we'll do this and we'll do that. We were like, no, you tell us what needs to be done. Actually, you show us what needs to be done one time. You
Hmm.
say, Gaurav, I want you to build a backlink like this. I'll say, okay. And then
And
I
then you
get
will repeat that process for next months.
I'll repeat it forever. I'll repeat it perfectly forever, because now you showed me how to do it. Right. And that's how we kept our client expectations also pretty straightforward. It's like, by you tell me what to do, I'll do that.
Hmm.
I won't overthink it. I won't overcomplicate it. I won't overpromise anything. You paid me X amount to do this. At the end of the month, I thank you for your business. Here is your report, and it was on
That's
page.
the secret of your business, actually.
I think keeping it simple, keeping it absolutely simple, no over promising, building a reputation, like constantly telling customers, see, if you're happy, go review us, go
Hmm.
review us, go review us. And then when you have like 100 people saying like, they delivered, then that question of trust from being from India, it doesn't arise, because now it's proof, right? And there are a lot of, the fact of it, there are a lot of scammers. People internationally must be getting at least 20 calls a day if they buy a domain from GoDaddy. So
Yeah,
if you want to,
that becomes your advantage actually, because there are so many scammers, spammers, and then you have this authority and you have been doing great work, less work but great work, getting positive feedbacks.
yeah, I think that's like us. We've done a lot of things wrong, Pardeep. We've tried like virtually everything, but this is something that we've kind of been able to sustain for over the
Yeah,
years.
failures are everyone's part of business. So if we would like to hear some failures as well. So if you can share that what you tried wrong and where some losses happened.
So I feel that if you're doing a lot of things right, then certainly losses they don't matter. Like for example, doing client work. Now that client doesn't pay, that's not going to ruin my business, or that's not going to shut things down, right? It's about trying more things. So some clients and they didn't end up paying in India. Okay, it's okay, move on. Um, but I think the biggest kind of failure, something that really scared me, something that really scared me was this around the same time. We grew like this from 5,000 to $50,000, and as a businessman, know yourself, it's not going to be all rosy, right?
Hmm.
So things took off. We were doing our recurring revenue, and then one client, he thought we didn't. A client got upset. Fair enough, you can't have 100% happy clients.
Hmm.
And he went and he wrote on a forum saying that these guys have under-delivered. I don't recommend them. And then like three, four other people, they also came and they said, yeah, we are facing the same issue with this company. And that, like, whoa, that became the day we learned how to do social media reputation management, because it was a nightmare, man. It was like my name was out there. People are saying that this is like poor service, undervalued, this whatever negative reviews. So
Hmm.
I think that was a big failure, which at the end we turned it to an opportunity, and we made that the biggest sales month we ever did.
Oh,
Um,
man, how you did that?
One is traffic equals money. The more like negative stuff, it attracts more traffic,
Hmm.
unfortunately. So people were reading this negative stuff, and I went there as completely transparent. I opened up and I said, yeah, these are the flaws. This is what happened. Here are snapshots of the. We took ownership. We took 100% ownership and said, yeah, we screwed up. And also there were like a lot of people who on this forum who knew us. They went and they said, no, they're good. You just need to follow up with them, have some patience. So it was a healthy kind of conversation. But I feel that happened because we took ownership of it. And we said, here is it, here are snapshots. We're not trying to fool you, we're not trying to cheat you at all. This is what has happened. We're going to make it right. If you want to
So
cancel, we
you are saying that okay, mistakes happened, and I mean, and
yeah,
we should take the ownership of those mistakes or those things, because those were not deliberate mistakes. So
yeah,
there was no intention to scam anyone, but
absolutely.
things happened because of the lack of the process or lack of resources or whatever.
Just a breakdown. You're dealing with so many employees, you're dealing with this, you're dealing with that. At some point in the service business, it's okay. It happens.
Great, great. Yeah, this is the biggest learning that we can have from your business, because without, because these kind of mistakes are very costly. I mean, we can't keep doing these kind of mistakes, but if things happen bad at any time, so we can apply these kind of things and being genuine and transparent and saying whatever is there.
Definitely, definitely.
So Gaurav, it's being long. I mean, you said that you were at in 2009, 2008. You were doing pretty well with the SEO agency business, and now it's 2019. So what exactly you're doing now?
So we kind of found our niche where we realized that India has got tremendous potential in execution. At the end of it, like digital marketing is not rocket science. Anyone can figure it out. If you have an interest in doing digital marketing, read your blog, you're sorted. You know, and then the resources are there, the costs are there, the everything is there. But when it comes to execution, dude, no one executes. I won't say no one, but 95% of the people don't end up executing what they should be doing. And people who execute, they see results. It's as simple as that. There's no magic, I
So
feel.
market is competitive, market is huge,
Yeah,
and the success will come only to you who learn and implement that stuff.
right. So where we are kind of currently working is offering white label services to customers in the US.
What does that mean? White label services?
So white label basically means we don't tell people that we are the company that's doing the work.
Okay,
So
so
they,
their name is there for their clients. So you are working for their clients.
exactly. And they do the reporting, they do whatever they need to. They primarily look at us as execution partners.
So
You have
similar
to,
to what TCS and Infosys did with the IT industry.
I would think so. Yeah, in some version, I definitely aspire to think of it like that, is where we do execution of certain projects and tasks.
So now you have strong processes and you know what exactly you have to do. So you don't have to do figure it out process. I mean, you know how to deliver the results and you are delivering the results to those people, right?
I would say yes. Yep.
Gaurav, you started in 2008, 2009 time when things were very easy in SEO market, and now things are very tough in terms of delivering results and in terms of getting clients as well. So, what do you suggest to a person who wants to start SEO agency now?
Cool. So I think like if somebody wants to start an SEO agency or digital marketing agency offering basically some version of services, I still think SEO has a huge space. Like there's still a lot of businesses that have no idea what SEO really is, and they actually need help.
Hmm.
It's become more competitive, but there's also more traffic that's currently available online. Back in the day, even if we did rank on position number one for certain keywords, not necessarily the client would get traffic because there were no searches. Today, even if they're on page one, maybe position 7, 8 for a keyword, they still might get hundreds of visitors every day. So traffic is definitely increased, which is why the space continues to exist. And I think like the first way to differentiate yourself, if you're starting out, which of course you want to differentiate yourself, is to look at two things. One would be really good proposals that you send out. Send out better proposals than your competitor.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
and that would maybe include a video like this. Like saying, hey Pardeep, I checked out your website. Fantastic. I know you're already doing SEO, though I found maybe like there were 3 broken links. I want to help out over here. Could I contribute as a guest blog? And then start building a relationship with you rather than saying like you have to pay me $50 a month for SEO. You must be getting 1,000 requests like that
Hmm.
every day, whether
Yes.
it's spam. But if I actually take the time out to make a video, I address you by your name, I show that I'm a genuine guy, I walk through my screen saying like, hey, let me just share screens with you. Currently, this is what I'm doing. You'll at least give it a second chance. You give it a second thought
Right.
instead of just saying no. Yes, so like very rarely will be like, yeah, okay, here's my money, do whatever you need to do. That doesn't happen.
Hmm.
So if you build a relationship with any client anywhere worldwide with authentic proposal, that's only
Authentic proposal. That's the keyword. I mean, that's very great way of reaching out to clients.
right. And like there are always going to be competitors. There are always going to be like someone copy pasting your content. You're probably copy pasting someone else's content, which is not a bad thing. But the client has seen it before. They're saying, "Ha, we've seen it." Then they look at another client and they look at the price, and then they'll say, "Okay, who do we take?" So, an authentic proposal, building a relationship rather than selling. The sale will happen on the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, like any natural relationship. So take it easy. Give as much value as you possibly can upfront. We would go crazy in this, and this is the reason we got a big client because he had never seen anything like this before. We would give them like an SEO audit. We'd find keywords for them. We'd give them a sample of the URL structure. A lot of things, even before they had paid us like $1. But when they look at this, they're like, okay, and they've seen a video, they're like, okay, yeah, like it doesn't, it's not, let's give them a shot. Then post that they read positive reviews, that's when it becomes a no-brainer. They're like, we're not alone. We're not sending money to a random company in India. And
So
that way,
from where initial people should find clients through Elance, Freelancer, Upwork kind of portals or
so I have now mixed feelings about like marketplaces, meaning if you're just getting started, it's difficult to start getting a positive reputation. Either you're going to have like to give away very cheap services, which is okay
Hmm.
initially,
Hmm.
but you might also be competing with 100 other companies that have been doing this longer than you, they're better than you, and they're cheaper than you. So then how are you going to create a niche kind of like for yourself? I think that what you're teaching, Pardeep, is content. If you're able to write good content and you're able to get people to your blog, I think that's the golden ticket.
Yeah.
Is you're able to demonstrate proof. It all comes back to proof at the end. And if I read a blog, I see a ranking on page one for a keyword that I'm interested in, I'm going to know that you're an expert. And the relationship has changed already. Now I'm
That's
coming
how
to
we
you.
close clients. We showed them our results. We showed them the content that is working for us, and they knew that okay, this if this guy can do for himself, this can do for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So still, so you mean to say that rather than going to marketplaces, if we search for the clients manually who are looking for that kind of service or who have broken websites, or we can analyze that kind of stuff. So before that I should know that this skill. I mean, if let's assume that I have knowledge of SEO, I have done that for my own blog, my own website, and after 1 year, whether my own blog or website is working, as I mean creating money or not, but at least I will know how to do SEO right, and I
Yeah,
can find a client who is in the same niche and who is looking for similar kind of services, so I can pitch them in this authentic proposal way, right?
absolutely, absolutely. Just show proof. To summarize it, is show proof you've done it before. You know what you're talking about. Case studies help, and then I think getting started is the easiest. Sorry, getting started is the most difficult because first of all, you don't know as much as you would in 10 years from now.
Right.
And once you have like one case study, like one positive case study, then it's a copy paste system. And I would recommend like entrepreneurs, people looking at starting an agencies, just do like one thing that works. For example, if it's LinkedIn and you find like a group that you think requires your services, stick to that group, build a relationship, build authority, build credibility. It's not necessarily that you need to join all 10,000 groups on your niche, join all the Facebook groups, and then start spamming and thinking that, like, it's going to work. Yeah. So build authority in like just one niche, in one community, in one forum. And we've always done that. We've always found like one international niche and become the outsourcing people in that niche.
Great. So you are in completely agency model only, and or do you have any other business model as well?
So the agency, like I said, is completely white labeled, and we've now got a few hundred people worldwide who operate these tasks and jobs for us.
Mhm.
Where I am really finding the most excitement right now is to be able to teach people via webinars.
Wow, that's the wonderful thing. If you can teach all this stuff to new people, I mean, that's the great job.
Yeah, and it's fun, I really enjoy working with entrepreneurs, with business owners, especially like with agency people. Then you can cut through a lot of crap, especially from like someone who's just starting out. You are like, "Arey, this is how you do it. These are packages you need to set up. My job here is done. Now go and like figure it out yourself." And we're seeing results. The market is just so huge that you throw a stone, you'll find someone who needs digital marketing.
So when is
Every
your class? When is your next webinar?
So we do webinars every Wednesday and every Friday.
Okay. And
Every
then followed up with the proper class structure, or you just do through webinars only?
we do have training. We have like pre-recorded training for people who are looking at doing digital marketing. So if you want to learn analytics, and that's like some areas where an agency owner, their brain doesn't work. That okay, we'll do SEO, we'll do email, we'll do everything, but analytics are we'll send a report to a customer, but they're not experts in analytics. So the challenge here is you're going to be unable to justify your cost to your client.
Hmm,
If
hmm,
you're able to show your client black and white, we deliver 100 leads at this much X value, they're going to be like, okay. So we teach business owners, we teach digital marketers how to really master these core things you need to do as an agency owner. Uh, these are the same things that you can offer kind of as services to your customers. Give
Hmm.
them the execution plans. We call them the McDonaldization of digital marketing, where we've taken everything down and made it into a small, small, small task.
Nice.
So you follow this task, you follow this roadmap, you'll get the expected outcome. We are not a boutique agency. We don't promise viral videos. We
Hmm.
don't say that how we do performance. It's very task based. This is what we'll do, and this is what we've seen scale in. This is what we've seen scale in without upsetting customers' expectations.
Right. And what are the charges for this training, if I ask?
So we've kind of broken it up into different lessons that are available. So it starts at 5,000 rupees for one course.
That's it?
Yeah, it's a 6 to 8 hour training. It's a 6 to 8 hour training.
Okay.
And then if you buy the whole bundle, it costs 21,000 rupees as of now.
21,000. That's I mean justifiable. The kind of value that you are delivering. I mean, in that case, it's cheap as well.
We actually just formed like an interesting partnership, which is why we are allowed to offer such crazy prices to the Indian market. Typically, if you were to look at this exact same training, it's anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000. But my
Hmm.
personal belief is that India is going to be the best execution hub for digital marketing activities.
Right.
And we've done it in the past with the US, with India, where you give us tasks. Yeah, we're very good at operating tasks. Don't give
Right.
us some big, complicated job. Tell us step 1 to step 10 100 times, and we'll do it 1,000 times perfectly. So we can leverage that. We can really leverage that. I think English is such a good skill. Maybe spoken English is not the biggest skill set, because there are accents that some people will no chance they'll understand. Sometimes we don't understand it ourselves, right?
Hmm.
But written English, writing English, we are experts in essays. Like every Indian kid knows how to write essays like anything.
Yes.
So with the right training, with the right tools, I think it can be just a huge explosion of digital marketing freelancers, digital marketing virtual assistants, digital marketing agencies, white label agencies based in India.
Hmm.
Right now, I think our biggest competition, if you were to look at it, is countries like the Philippines,
Hmm. Hmm.
countries like Bangladesh, where a lot of companies are outsourcing
Yeah. Yeah.
their
Philippines and Vietnam is doing really great in this case.
Vietnam, Southeast Asia,
Yes.
Eastern Europe, like these countries are definitely getting on the map. So I feel with our given skill set, we should, as digital marketers, really strive at getting more Indians on the international fields, because we can deliver. We can deliver at like very competitive
Hmm.
prices and disrupt a little bit of agency stuff internationally.
So, is there any discount on your trainings?
I will definitely give you a discount. I will definitely.
I'm a bunny. I can't resist myself for asking discount for myself and for my readers.
It's honestly like a privilege to be in your group. I'm fortunate enough to have met you randomly at the Bangkok airport, standing in. But that was great. I was excited to see a familiar face, and yeah, we'll definitely provide you with like a link on that.
Just give me a link. I will put that below this video so that people can go and straight away get into that course and see the value. Because as you said, that if someone has already walked on that path, if they can show the results, so clients feel that this guy can do it. And the same is the case for if someone wants to learn how to start digital marketing agency and how to scale up to a point where you are. So I mean, let's learn from that, those people who have already done it and they know what not to do and what to do.
Definitely. Thanks so much for having me, Pardeep, and always passionate about to share like agency successes, agency failures. And what I could also do is provide you with a Google document, which I like to share with agency owners, whether you want to do a training or whether
Yeah, yeah,
you're.
please, please, please.
And it's we call it the agency organizer. And the agency organizer is something that basically helps the agency owner to be organized. So right from all the websites that they should do SEO on. So you have a list of all the websites to go to SEO on, logins, passwords, content, social media calendars, email marketing calendars, analytics in just one single spreadsheet. So they can just be a lot more organized. Plus, they can use the same spreadsheet for their clients.
Hmm.
And when their clients see this as probably the first report that they send to the client is blown away because they have never seen all their information in
Yes.
one place
Hmm.
that which makes sense.
Yes. They can
Is
easily
either
understand where their business is going, whether they are doing good or well, I mean, whatever it is.
and it also keeps the mind a little calm, that okay, this is the content calendar, this is what the team is going to be doing on Thursday. Now on Thursday, go and make sure that it's complete. Don't give the client an opportunity to follow up with you and be like, why didn't you do it? And we use like a lot of automation software tools to make sure that on Thursday 2 p.m. is going live. So and then you build credibility with the customer. They see it happening 10 times, 11 times, they're not even bother to check it. So we share
Thanks,
that.
Gaurav. Yeah, yeah.
We share that with the resource as well.
Thanks, Gaurav. Thanks for sharing this much of knowledge and these resources. So I would love to catch up with you again and again and learn more about uh, SEO agency, and I can share that stuff with my readers. So thanks for giving time and joining in today.
Thank you so much, Pardeep. Look forward.
Hey friends, I'm talking to more experts. I met Gaurav at Bangkok airport while I was traveling for a conference, and he was also there at conference. So this is the benefit of traveling and meeting new people. So we learned so much from Gaurav today. Similarly, I'm talking to more experts, and I'm also recording their interviews, and I'll keep publishing. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to learn more. Thank you.